Are you planning to make your iPad as a workstation? Let's check it out. Hey yo, what's up guys, it's me Mr. Game here and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another exciting unboxing for you guys, which is the brand new Magic Keyboard from Apple. I have never been so excited and heart pain at the same time. Do you know why? It is because this is one of the most expensive keyboard you can ever get in the market, and not only that, it can only be used with an iPad, then it's fixed to the size of the iPad that you actually purchase. Meaning to say that it can only fit 12.9 inch if you purchase a 12.9 inch Magic Keyboard. So that brings us the next question of who should buy this keyboard. I guess I have already do my usual unboxing on my first video, so let's just skip that. Next, if you are someone who use your iPad as your main daily driver, or someone who just needs to reply clients' email and do some document typing, this keyboard might be for you. But now you might be wondering, yes, I'm the person that you mentioned earlier, but I can do this exact same thing at a cheaper price. And yes, you are absolutely right. This will come down to personal preferences or someone who really appreciate great design, else the hardcore Apple fans. I gotta say, this is the best version of the iPad as a computer for sure, but would you rather to have a laptop or an iPad Pro? That will be in my next video. The new Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro is very well made. It's a very expensive add-on for this tablet. It has a backlit keyboard here and a trackpad finally. And when you open it up, it sort of floats the iPad, so it ends up being a little closer to your eye. I'm impressed with how well made this thing is. And this 12.9 inch version costs you $519, and if your iPad is 11 inch, you are in luck because it's $80 cheaper, which is $439. And the Magic Keyboard thought is just really well executed. It does everything that it was designed to do. But I want to start out with what's great about this keyboard. Many of you might be wondering, it's just a keyboard, why should you be spending so much for it? And yes, you're right. You can always purchase a third-party keyboard or just use a Magic Keyboard for the Mac to be used on the iPad connect via Bluetooth. After all, they do support. Well, my answer would be because it's so beautiful and it's convenient for me to carry out, and I love typing on a tactile keys that just feel a little different from the smart keyboard, which is felt a bit more rubbery. These keys are scissors switches with a really solid feel and good travel distance, and they are backlit in the dark. On the side, there's a USB-C port. It does pass through charging through this port, but you can't connect like data accessories to it. It still means that you don't have charging cable hanging off the side of the middle here. The trackpad is also really good. It's small by MacBook standard, but I have no problem getting used to it. In fact, I'm actually loving it. But this is actually better than the trackpad. Now, as far as the trackpad supports on iPad OS goes, I think Apple basically nails it, and it's better to have trackpad on the keyboard case now, so it's so much more convenient. The gesture for switching between apps are intuitive. I like how the cursor snaps on screen element to make it easier to click, and now editing text is so much easier too. So if I were to complain about this keyboard, the first would be the weight. The iPad Pro 12.9 inch weighs 640 grams and the case itself weighs 702 grams, so it weighs more than the iPad. So when combined, they are thicker and heavier than a MacBook Air. The keyboard is heavy. The 12.9 inch version, when you attach to it, the whole package weighs around 1.3 kg. That's 25% heavier than a 12.9 inch smart keyboard. It's about the same weight as 13-inch MacBook Pro, while it's not as elegant to open and close like a laptop. So the next problem that I face is that there's no escape key. If I want to exit a full screen video or anything typically requires an escape key, you have to touch the screen or use the trackpad to navigate to the X button on the screen itself. And now you probably noticed that by now, there's no function button at all on this keyboard. Meaning to say, you won't be able to adjust the brightness, the volume, or even the keyboard backlight brightness shortcut. So for all that, you got to touch the screen, and in fact, to change the keyboard brightness, you have to go into the general keyboard setting and adjust it from there. But I believe with software update, this problem should be able to solve. Overall, while the floating screen is great, it can angle from anywhere between 90 degree to 130 degree. I still love the way that it was designed. This is a very well made keyboard, and Apple has made the choice when they made it, and they make a choice not to put a kickstand on the iPad itself. Alright, right now I'm just going to do a quick testing demo on how the keyboard sounds to you guys. Isn't that satisfying? The big story with an iPad over the past 2 years is whether is it a computer? Well, that's for you to decide. Alright guys, that's the end of my video, and thanks so much for watching. If you think this video is useful, do let me know with a like. Subscribe to be my friend, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, thanks, bye!